Good afternoon and welcome. You know, I want to talk about a show that I just watched just now. So, and this is one show I'm actually going to look forward to watch for the next run. And it's got it uncensored too, and I love it. So, notice I'm wearing my Sailor Moon shirt because I grew up with Sailor Moon back in the 90s. And with the era of Pokemon and all that stuff in the 90s, Sailor Moon was the show that got me into loving anime. And still to this day, I put Sailor Moon as one of the top five, my top five greatest animes of all time. So, the thing I'm bringing up Sailor Moon is because it's magical girls. You see, there are times when magical girl animes were a thing of beauty and we still talk about it. The Sailor Moons of the world, Magical Madoka of the world, and there were some that went over the top when it comes to dark magical girls, like Magical Girl Raisin Project and Masha Shoujo, Masha Shoujo site, with the Magical Girl site. That's the one. That's the name, Magical Girl site. And there are times when magical girls became a thing of beauty, like Purity Cure. That's still ongoing, and every magical girl anime, there's always a theme where it's like the leader, the friendship, the power of love, teamwork, defeating villains on a regular basis in every of magical girls. But there's one magical girl, and it was so funny to watch this show. In fact, it was so funny that I had to watch this twice just to get the feeling like, oh my God, this show is funny. And I look at the title. It says Gushing over magical girls. And once I watched it, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta talk about this show. And I'm looking forward to it. So let me get right to this review of it because I got a lot of things to say about this show. So let me start off with this. Magical girls. We love magical girls in anime. I grew up with Sailor Moon. Sailor Mercury is my favorite Sailor Scout. All the others, no. Sailor Venus, all right. That's a different topic in another way. But anyway, magical girls are everybody's somewhat's favorite genre. Teach you about friendship, the magical power of love, poses and the catchphrases and defeating demons and on a regular basis. That's your typical magical girl typical magical girl thing. But you ever felt like you want to fantasize about doing things to a magical girl? Have you ever felt like you want to do it so bad to a magical girl? That's what this show is all about. So, the first episode of this is like, you got this girl who loved magical girls. So much so that she sees Transmagica defeat monsters on a regular basis, and she loves to be part of the magical girl thing. And then all of a sudden you got this creature from like a magical girl, from Magical Madoka, this creature saying, you're perfect for a villain. Right off the gate, she transformed into a villain. And there's already a merch out of her. There's already a figure of her in that outfit, in that dark outfit. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is amazing. She does look amazing in that outfit. She does. with that dress being open with stars covering her. I'm like, oh my God. Funny as it was. Damn. So, the opening and the ending gave us a lot to see, especially those three magical girls, the blue, the pink, and the yellow. Those three most common bright colors in a magical girl type is always the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And there's always a leader with the pigtails. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but there's always a leader with pink hair, pigtails. I don't know what it is about it, but that's always the thing. Always. Now, fast forward to this. You're talking about over the top. If you're obsessed with some type of genre and you felt that, that's what she is. I mean, there was a scene where she literally got her magical powers and just used them against the three girls, the threats magica she looked up to, and then just grabbed someone a plant. And then my first reaction is, when it's a plant, there's tentacles, and when there's tentacles, it's fan service. And then we just got a fan service anime. I mean, you talk about a fan service where they got tentacles all around the girls. I'm like, oh my god. They going in. And like always, when it comes to those anime, you know when it comes to tentacles, it's always wrapping around the arms, wrap around the legs, wrap around the neck to choke them, and even put their, and you know what, in their mouth. But that's what they do. And seeing that, she got so turned on, like, oh my god. I mean, she even grabbed her magical stick and started like just whipping them and whipping them and whipping them. She got so turned on and spanking them with their asses. She got turned on spanking their asses. Oh my god. And then, it's pretty obvious that those three girls are literally in the same class as her. So it's I won't say obvious, but it's funny and ridiculous to have everybody in the same class to be, hey, the three are the heroes, they're the villains, And like those three others, the Thresh Magica, they live in their daily life in terms of, oh, I gotta go, deuces, they gotta pretend like, Now, if they had a song like Sailor Moon, fighting evil of moonlight, if they had that kind of vibe thing going on, you'd be like, oh my god, this is a fucking amazing show. Now, when they transform, again, Sailor Moon, I grew up with this. I love how they transform. I'm looking at this and they transform. But as they transform, their ass hurts. Because with that spanking they did, oh my god, it is so, so funny. And then they gotta face them again. And this time, instead of tentacle plant, they got these mannequins that keep tickling every spot of their body. As for the main girl herself, being that she is so obsessed with magic girls, she will do everything she can with them. Like literally touching them, feeling their legs, feeling their bodies. Damn it, I wish y'all was her. I wish we was all like her. Like, can you imagine your love for this series? And just imagine if you had your favorite Sailor Scout or any magical girl series from any genre that you like, and you got them like in that predicament, you'd be like, oh my god, you're so turned on. And they showed it. And talk about fan service. I mean, like, the fan service is really starting to kick off this year. Like, you think the wedding ring one is that? Oh my god. Tales of the wedding rings was that? This one? Oh my god, this is amazing. Now, this is, you know what, I'm so touched by this show. I can't wait for the next week's episode. The first episode of this got me going. I am blown by this is a magical girl, and they went over the top with this one. It's like Sailor Moon, but ecchi in a way. I gotta see more. I gotta see what's going on. And it's gonna be funny in many ways as the years go on. Now, I don't know if this is a manga or LN series, but damn, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. I can't wait to see more of this as it goes along. And with other new characters along the way. With new characters, we're going to see some etchiness. And like everybody, we haven't seen any good etchiness this in a long time. So this right here will be the finest etchy moment that we've seen. Well, I'll scratch that. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really Love You had some etchy moments. But this right here, 2024, is going to be the year, not etchiness, but more like bring back nostalgia of etchy all over again. And with this show, the Gushing over Magical Girls, oh, trust me, they're going to take Magical Girls to a whole nother level. We're probably going to see some like Minotaurs licking them, or probably some wires like strapping around them, tying them up, some bondage situation. It's going to be some BDSM. That's what I see. I see some BDSM, and I'm pretty sure you guys will. So I look forward for next week's episode of this overbearing, over the top, uncensored episode of this, because I got to see more. So stay tuned for next week.